Good morning. Good morning. Mm. Oh boy. I just like that. Yeah, I know what it is. Early morning talk while I get myself together. Get myself together. I'm gonna get myself together. We're gonna test out the longevity of this long love spell. The Dollar Tree love spell. I busted and held it. Dollar Tree love spell. I feel like I gotta spray extra because it came from the Dollar Tree. We're gonna see what it's talking about today. Thinking we gonna go again with Marc Jacobs. Why not? Feeling I'm feeling perfect today. Let's go with some of that. Boom. Good morning. Happy Tuesday morning time. Let's see what else I gotta do before I go. I've been all over. Ooh, oh, I got a breakout in the middle of my face. Why? How? Where? I don't know how that happened. Hmm, that's interesting. I never break out there. Oh shoot. Listen, I got my eyebrows arched the Friday before Mother's Day, and my face is broken out in between my eyebrows and a little bit above, but in the middle where her finger was resting. That's why you gotta do everything yourself, because people don't be clean. Like, she came from the back, and ain't no telling where she came from. Was she coming from the bathroom? Did she wash her hands? Why is my face broken out? That's ridiculous. And I thought she did a good job, and I would have went back if my face didn't just break out. I can't deal with nobody that's not sanitary. You dealing with the public. You gotta be clean. Good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday, y'all. Welcome in. It's Kiss the Ring, and I'm back off in this thing. Y'all already know how I do. Good morning time, chit chat about a little this and a little that. Oh, happy day. I hope you're feeling good and you slept well. Give me a minute. I'll be right back. How y'all doing? Y'all know I'm getting ready, so I'm doing a little this and I'm doing a little that. And but we're gonna talk about a couple of things. A couple of things I wanted to talk about yesterday too. But I made the two that I did a priority, and I was too tired to talk about anything else. Mm-mm-mm. How y'all doing this morning? Oh, oh, oh. You better be on crack alarm. Just went off. They'll get into it in just a minute. I'll be back in 1 minute to talk about it. All right, y'all. Before I get into my commentary, which I don't really have a lot, I just had a couple of things to say. I ain't about to be no whole commentary or whatever. I ain't even come on as early as I could have today because I had to get some things in order and make sure that I got myself up and at 'em and out of here early because I got somebody coming in today. Oh boy, I don't really have anything to give them to do, but they're gonna be there, and I need to make sure I'm there early. I don't know what time. It might be an early bird. Make sure I'm in there nice and set by the time she arrives. Somebody on light duty. She coming in to work with me, but she gonna get a free day because I don't really have anything for her to do. My understanding is she's very pregnant, so she can just chill. The only things I could think of that I would have her do, I can't. I could have her wipe some stuff down or stuff like that, but I can't because she's pregnant. I'm just gonna let her little pregnant self chill. So I'm gonna make sure I got myself, make sure I was, instead of doing my get ready kind of thing, I did most of my getting ready not on here. So some days I'll be slowing myself down when I be trying to be early, and I could have been had I not been running my mouth. That's even when I'm on the phone. And everything like that. But I'm almost ready now, so I even got my little kitchen lunch things ready, which I don't even have a full lunch. Basically a snack. Oh my god, I almost left the most important thing in my day, which is earbuds. Mm, that would have been bad. That would have been bad, real bad. Get through the day without earbuds. bag packed. And I'm gonna go get my coffee, my kitchen stuff finalized, and get my coffee maker, which I'm about to do. Oh my goodness, hold on. I got to reach. And then I'm gonna tell y'all a couple of things about my opinions on some things on ASI. Ooh, wait. All right, boom. So actually, I think I'm gonna grab that. Turn this light off. All right, y'all. So listen, I've been looking in on ASI content, uh, some videos that Mr. Man dropped, and I got a couple of things to say about some of the things that have been going on. First of all, I don't know how much damage control um, CJ thinks he can do, but he can't. So you might as well just let it go. The more he talks, the worse it gets. The more he talks, the worse it gets. And you know what? Can I ask y'all a question? For real, for real. Why do abusive, toxic people always try to make their situation equivalent to others? Like we go through stuff. All couples go through stuff. Couples argue. Couples fight. First of all, fighting isn't, I'm not going to say it's not normal. Some people, everybody gets into it, some more than others. Everybody handles it differently. And I think people, we don't always think about these things, especially if you're young and you pick your partner and you don't know to think about all those things. um in terms of seeing it, sometimes if a person is the same in ways that they choose to fight, like in terms of when you disagree, but physical is never okay, and regularly arguing is bad. And if you got to argue with somebody all the time, maybe you don't want to be with them, because that's not good. And don't nobody want to be stressed all the damn time. So when toxic people like CJ say couples get into it and people fight and try to make his situation more like normal, is weird. And it's kind of crazy too, because it's like you trying to make yourself feel better because you out of pocket. But I also don't know. I heard some of what he said about his background and whatnot. But was abuse normal around him and he thinks that being physical is okay? I don't even think that, because I feel like he was downplaying it. That's what I feel like. Because he walked away before he do something good. And you only did that if you didn't. Because he also was talking about people calling the police. Why would they call the police? What was that girl saying? How loud was she screaming? What were you doing to her? A whole man out here with man strength fighting with a woman the way you fight with a man, because people shouldn't be putting their hands on each other, but a man getting physical with a man is different than a man getting physical with a woman, especially that woman being his so-called girlfriend, which is really his person that he pimping. They running so-called plays. He pimping this girl out that had the girl drop out of high school, excuse me, to support his dusty raggedy tail. Over there, got her doing threesomes and making money for him to eat, and all of it, while she unfortunately doesn't recognize her worth. I'll be right back. 1 second. I'll be right back. Please stand by. all while selling herself to make sure his dusty raggedy tail eat. Because let's be honest, him selling himself without her selling herself, the money is not even comparable. It's not even a comparable number at all. By no stretch of the imagination, what are we talking about? Let's not even have this conversation. The money is not. What am I getting at? He needs her. That's what I'm getting at. He needs her. But to the contrary, I don't say she needs him. She just doesn't recognize it. And that's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that she don't have, so I know her father is locked up, and that's who she could lean on for real. Because I said it's unfortunate she don't have somebody that'll come down there and snatch her up and set her in the right direction because she's lost. And sometimes you need your elders to come and kind of yank your chain and be like, what are you doing? Even if you're young and you don't want to listen, you'll thank them later. It doesn't appear as though she has that. So she over here dealing with a CJ and not knowing her worth. And she dealing with a Marcus trying to give advice. So the whole thing with the y'all know how couples go through it. No, no. Some of us do not know. Not the what you talking about. Mm-mm. Can't identify, bruh. And if somebody told you that that's normal, then you need to talk to somebody different because they gave you some absolutely terrible advice. So you had to walk away because you're so mad that you can't look at her without laying hands on her. And like I said, she said they were so loud. Quita said that they were so loud that she could hear them in her room. An argument that loud, implications of physical, which everybody, I listen to my, of course I said what I had to say. I heard other CC's multiples. Everybody saw the same thing, right? Nobody can miss it. So that also leads me to say, how come Marcus didn't say something when he was standing there the first time? The thing was the it was obviously jumping through the screen. There's no way him standing in the same room didn't see it. I mean, or did he not see it? Because if it was that bad coming through a whatever your device is screen, then what was the energy like in that room? How tense was it? How tense was it? How could you even giggle when a man um is sitting there putting a cup on somebody's head? And I heard well, I ain't gonna say that. But anyway, he it was disrespectful and a whole lot of other things. It was extremely toxic what he did. And it just also showed the level of abuse. It really showed that level of abuse and that he felt so comfortable to treat her that way on a screen. Like in real life, he's thinking that's his property. That's the other thing. It really seemed like in real life, he is treating her, what time is it? Like she's his property. It's pretty terrible. Pretty terrible. He thought that it was okay to treat her like a piece of property. And he keeps saying, my girl. And he talks about her like she's property too. And she's sitting there stuck and scared and Ain't no telling what else. And, you know, some of the things that are happening in this so-called experiment absolutely remind me of what I saw in the Nature Boy cult situation. Since that's a trending topic right now, I'll reference that. Where these people made these decisions and they felt stuck because, like one of them said in the documentary, which was trash, by the way, um, they were there and they were doing what they were doing there, and it's like, what do you do now? Like, how do you go back to regular life? You just do it one step at a time. Where is the lid? Oh my gosh. Ooh, scared the mess out of me. But you just do it because that's what I wonder. Like, what is keeping her stuck? She can go back. She's so young. She could probably go back to high school. She could probably go right back to high school. She's young enough for that. She ain't been out of high school that long. If she was a good student, she could probably pass the GED. And the reason I say a good student because they say that GED test is challenging. The old one, they say it was pretty easy, but the new one, a lot of people say it's hard. But if she was really studying, because she had made it all the way to 12th grade, she could take the GED, and she's in Atlanta, an urban area. So she could probably find a place that could do it for free. One of those crossroads or one of those places that they be using down there. These different people probably offer some resources for somebody in a situation like her where they want to do the test. There's help out there. She ain't stuck. He needs her more than she needs him. But he's kind of crazy. I don't understand any of this. One second, because I can't find something. I don't know where it is. Anyway, sorry, y'all know I'm getting ready. I couldn't find I could find something that I really need to find, so I just paused, probably abruptly. But that's how getting ready with me goes as I early morning chit chat. I literally need that and I don't see it. But anyway, what are you gonna do? Let's move on. Mhm. Okay. Um, Yeah, so there we go. The next thing I wanted to talk about is uh Mr. Man giving these folks advice, not just CJ when he finally decided to say something to him, probably because of the people, but also um I don't know, because he does from time to time. Okay, one more pause and then I'll be able to talk for a few minutes before I wrap this up. I'll be right back. Um, how can anybody take Marcus seriously? Given advice and certain questions that he asked. I think I'm gonna go to the questions first. He asked certain questions, and it'd be like, I'll be wondering what's his intentions behind the questions. Okay, one more pause, and then that's it for a minute. Okay, y'all. So I want to talk about like certain questions. You know, there's a lot of questions that the audience doesn't care for, um, because they're creepy. But then there's some of the questions that he asks that are, if you know his history, you have to be kind of curious, right, about his intentions. So I'm saying, like, what I'm saying is, that's from the People's Jump. What King? What I'm saying is a chump. What he's saying is he an old ass chump. But anyway, back to Marcus. The questions that he asked, if you know his history, it kind of make you think a little differently, I would think. So like going over to like the before I go back to what I was going to say as far as the CJ thing, because I want to talk about giving the advice, right? He asked the girl the questions and then he gave her some advice. My thing is this, um if you ask certain questions like, well, what makes you stay, or are you trying to find out what's the draw, what makes a person stay, what keeps them stuck in a certain type of abusive relationship in a normal capacity, it could come across as just curiosity. In a interviewer's capacity, when we don't know their history or that's not true about them, it could come across as educating the listeners. But in his capacity, knowing his history, it makes me wonder, like, is he trying to fine tune his crap when you know that he made a woman stay in the closet? When you know he gave a woman something that had her out of it for several days and he was trying to get down with her? All the other things, when you know those things about him, you like, to me, I'm like, whenever he asks those kind of questions, I always think that he just wants to fine tune his craft for his own bull. Even if it's not for perverted reasons, but to make money, but also because he's a pervert, it's always going to be about X. And then it's going to be about some money and X. His top two um, appeals or draws in life. So when he turned, so flipping over to the conversation with CJ, with some of the advice he was giving him, I'm listening and I'm like, I can't even take you serious. Hey y'all, I am at this point driving, so I can't look down at the screen that much unless I get to a place where I can. Then I will. I see something in the comment section. Hello, hello, but I can't read it right now. I cannot read it. Um, but for his own. But happy Monday. I mean, what is it? Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I hope you're doing good. And hello, anybody. Oh, okay. I think people have been coming and going. So if anybody came in, hello, hello, and welcome. So when he was giving CJ advice, I just basically can't take him serious. That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't take him serious because I'm like, you're literally a pervert. Like, you literally have done not only the pervert but the whole keeping somebody in the apart, like basically a ex contract that includes her being in a closet to hide from your daughters and don't let your daughters even know that she's there in order for her to stay housed and you to get all your actual needs met. And I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't have the same type of contract going with T. Because he said that at one point in time he said me and T are together. That's T is it. That's my lady. He was my lady T, my lady T, my lady T. And then after a couple of weeks, it was him and T was obviously going through it. And then he was riding one day and he was talking, was it the live? He's somewhere around after church. I don't know if it was the same day, but that when he went live from church, it was somewhere around that time frame. And he's talking about um that him and T are, yeah, yeah, yeah. He goes, yeah, yeah, yeah. Me and T are not together because basically he won't keep it in his pants. Well, obviously a woman's going to want monogamy, but he's the type of man that would argue that that's not natural. See, they use a convenient argument to say that well, I ain't gonna go into all of that. Y'all know the argument that men make. Maybe I'll just go live one day and we'll have that conversation, but that's gonna be at a later time when I'm more set up, better, well established, when I have like a regular interactive crowd like I used to. I don't have that so much anymore. We're getting there. It depends on what the topic is, but I want to set it up in a certain way when we have that conversation because I do want to talk about certain like topics or whatever and have everybody chime in on them. I've been wanting to do it. I was doing it a little bit last time, but it was funny because when I was talking about certain things, I had more of a crowd. When I did that, it was okay. It was hit or miss. It depended, but I'm gonna get back to doing that, and I'm just gonna be consistent with it until it's just a regular thing. That's on the list of things to do. Some of the things I was doing before, I am going to do when I am fully set up. I haven't already absolutely taken the time to completely get myself all set up, but I got a whole lot of stuff going on right now. I just don't have time. Hell, I force time for this sometimes, but Anyway, but I will get there, and I know that. So I just figured that while I have less time, I just take the time to kind of build up this way, and then at some point we'll get to the next level with it. But because I would like to even just have like a dialogue. Well, I'll leave it like that. I'll leave it like that, and we'll talk about it at some point. But let me see, what time is it? We'll talk about it at some point, because I'm just saying, like, this guy here, um giving advice, trying to be like the big brother. What was it? Shit, I forgot the word he said right now. Mm, what did he call it? I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back, y'all. I'm gonna have some notes because I can't think of the word right now. But whatever word it was, I was like, did he just look that up? Did he just get that prepared? Because he knew he was gonna say something to him, because everybody was on his head for not saying anything to him about it. Is that what happened? And then he turned around and used this new word, unlocked. So now he gonna run that to ground. Y'all know how he does with words. He give him a new word and he run that motherfucker straight in the damn ground. I mean, that be buried and he still be using it. That motherfucker be 6 feet under and he will run the shit out of a new word. Like, bro, spend more time in the dictionary so you don't gotta ride a word that hard. Oh my goodness. Shit, what was it? It was something with an S, he said. Oh, damn. I'm thinking, nope, that ain't it. Anyway, he's trying to give CJ advice, and he's trying to stoic. That was it. It was stoic, wasn't it? Yeah, stoic. He's trying to give him advice and trying to tell him how to approach an argument. And all I can think is, how do you approach them? And I'm not even that critical of people, for real, for real. I just know that he's a deviant that has done wrong. I know what has been exposed about him. And so the reason that I turn it on him as much as I do is because I don't believe he's the type of person that takes his own advice. Like, a lot of times people give you advice, there is a point of integrity involved. Like, they're not this deviant person, and the advice that they give doesn't directly contradict their own lives and how they live their lives. You know what I mean? Like, the rules don't apply to me. So I'm going to give you this advice and be like the big brother all the time, but I don't have to do any of those things. I could actually be out here, be just like you, or have been worse than you at your age. But I'm not going to keep it 1,000 with you, even if I'm giving you this advice as a bigger brother that has grown and changed, and letting you know, like, I understand I was just like you, but I'm a better man now. So at that point, you can still speak to it and give this person some advice, because you literally been down through it. You really understand it. You really get it. So I'm not saying it like that, right? Because that's a changed person. I'm talking about a person at his big age that's still living life out there, wilding, taking the 304s down through there, paying for it. You know what I mean? Filming spicy content and getting his ish off afterwards, or getting blowed once he turned the camera off, etc., etc., etc. And he out here giving advice. I can't take him serious. I can't take him serious. So I'm about to wrap up, y'all, because I'm about to make a stop and grab something, and then I'm gonna get back in traffic, and I'm gonna end up catching y'all a little later. Tips World is or was in the building. Hey, no, wait, why is it? Oh, that does say Tips World. Yeah, I'm like, wait, does it say Tips World? Because I gotta put my glasses on. Let me see. Yes, he a maniac, maniac for sure. Absolutely. Danny, it's ASI, if you don't know, Atlanta Street Interviews. So thanks for tuning in, y'all. Thank you for your support. Y'all know how I do. My stuff go out instantly on private when I'm done, but I'm gonna upload this. And y'all know I'm gonna come back and do it a little differently. Not when I'm on the go and jumping here, there, and everywhere. So I'm gonna catch y'all on the rebound. And until the next time, it'll probably be later today. But I hope y'all have a great, really great day, and everything goes well for you. and it goes exactly how you want it to go. And thank you for tuning in. Thank all of y'all for y'all support. Thanks anybody that hit that like button. I very much so appreciate y'all, but I got to get up in this store and get my day, keep it pushing. And so I'm going to get up out of here. I'm going to catch y'all on the rebound. Wishing y'all all the best. Peace.